Peace. Peace to everybody. Peace to the gods and the earths. Today is October the 6th, 2021. Making today's mathematics equality. All being born to equality, to be equal mentally as well as physically in everything. So peace to everybody. Now, for those that are new with us, thank you. For those that have been here with us before, thank you. For those that are looking forward to being with us that ain't even here, thank you. Thank you to everybody. You see what I'm saying? Uh, the whole purpose of Preem's Podium, this is episode 3. The whole purpose of Preem's Podium is a platform for those who know what a podium is, right? It's an elevated platform in which one gets to speak. So I wanted to be able to create something that allow others to speak. I feel like I've ran into a lot of phenomenal people throughout my journey of life. I feel like, especially a lot of those phenomenal people were young black men and very talented. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, at this point, I'm 31 now. I got 2 kids of my own. So, the way that I once saw life, I don't quite see it the same way. And I want to be as accessible to my kids as possible. And lo and behold, if my kids were to hear anything different, try to feel anything different, I want them to be able to cut on and see daddy's interaction with these people that I feel are so phenomenal. And everyone that I have up here, I have a personal relationship with, um, or at least majority of the people I'm going to have up here, I have a personal relationship with. And for the ones that know me, this ain't about no clout. I've been this since been this since been this. This is just my opportunity to share it with the world. So with the young man we have coming on today is one of my pipsqueaks. I say that respectably, right? This young man is pretty much grown now. He has a beard, got way more facial hair than me, drives a car, he all of the above. And I was fortunate enough to meet this young man as well as his family back in like 2015, 2016, and played for the Georgia Excel with Coach Dave. Coach Dave and stuff, a whole nother story. But getting back to the young man I'm about to have on here, he was one of the guys I instantly kind of drew to. It was about 3 of them, him, Mac and Cheese, and Young Knowledge. Y'all will meet them later on. And I just gravitated to all the kids, but you know what I'm saying? Because these 3 amigos, in a sense, was always around each other, and I was around Lil Dave the most, I gravitated a whole lot to those 2 young men as well. So my name for him is Microwave because the little nigga heats up. You hit me? I, oh, I got one, coach. I'm talking about at the drop of a dime. The moment he steps out his car and he's in the parking lot, my man is open, man. So we're gonna go ahead and bring him up here. The one and only Microwave, man. Hold up, man. We gonna give him the real name. You see what I'm saying? Respectively.
What's happening, Coach?
What's your name? Where you from? Go ahead and give him the small tidbits.
What's going on? My name is Greg Kerney. I play basketball for Heritage High School in Conyers, Georgia, and I'm originally from Ellenwood, Georgia. That's it.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. So you brought up where you're originally from. So let's start off with something like that, kind of loosen it up, and this jump ball, what we at. What is childhood like? Childhood for Mr. Greg. What is the most memorable things, good, bad, and different? Talk to me about your childhood.
Growing up, I really I started off playing football. I got into football, baseball, and basketball was last. And my dad played football in college, high school. So, I originally found love for football first, and then it wasn't until I was like 8, 9, where I got into basketball, and my love gravitated towards that. But I was fortunate enough to have all my parents in my life. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Growing up, basically going to the rec, which was 2 minutes from my house. I could basically walk there, hooping every day. So childhood was pretty lit for me. I really just remember the good. Really wasn't too much bad.
All right. Now, Greg is new to the show, y'all. So the ones that have been with us before, everything is basketball with me, Greg. You see what I'm saying? Coach still keep it
Yeah,
the same. So when I do them 2 points, right now you at 4 points. You see what I'm saying? If I
I
give you
bet.
one of these, oh, you're very familiar with that signal. You see
Oh
what
yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? If I give you one of those plus that, oh yeah, that's the 4 point
That's
play.
four.
You see
That's
you
four.
see what I'm saying? Now, if you say something completely stupid,
Mm-hmm.
that's a technical foul. I'm talking about just outrageous. That's a technical foul. You
I
say
bet.
something super outlandish, that's an automatic ejection, flagrant two. I gotta put you on mute. You gotta go on mute.
I
You
got
gotta
you.
deal with whatever my jokes are, and you just gotta sit there and tolerate it until you get put back in the game. You see what I'm saying? But listen,
I got
y'all,
you.
I know my guy. Greg doesn't foul out. He's a team player, man. So let's get back to it. Now, you said that you don't remember too much bad. 2 points for that. And you were fortunate enough to have both parents. Now, word on the street is during this time of maybe about 8 or 9 when you were playing football, you weren't as chiseled or physically fit as you are now. So they say you was a little on the
I'm on the chubby side, for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
So what was that like being a life of a young husky?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's down. Down. I don't remember when it happened. Bruh, football, I was skinny. And then again, it was just one time I pulled up to practice. And you remember RJ's dad was like, "Oh, you been eating good, huh?" And at the time I was young, I didn't know what that meant. And I went home, I was like, "Mom, what he meant by that?" She was like, "He calling you fat." I was like, "Damn." You know what I'm saying? So I used to get clown about it. And you know what I'm saying? But that really just drove me, getting older, it drove me, you know what I'm saying, to get back in shape, stay in the gym more. But you know what I'm saying? Those are my guys. I was used to getting clowned about that. You know, I was called AJ used to call me Fat Bat. You know what I'm saying? That his
Oh,
little nickname for me. Every time he see me, call me Fat Bat.
shout out to AJ. Shout out to
Yeah.
AJ. AJ's like the big brother to them, the little brother to me. Again, we'll get into AJ and his story a whole nother time. But it's safe to say, just my little interjection real quick since we brought up AJ. It's safe to say, would you say too, Greg? I'm one of those kind of coaches slash team supporters that if I'm with you, I'm going all out with you. I'm talking about I'm running suicides with the team. I'm running the drills with the team. I'm doing push-ups with the team. Is that fair to say?
You was basically a player. I ain't gonna lie. I remember it always stuck with me. That one with the nationals we went to and we lost in the championship, and you was crying with us because like you really felt that. You know what I'm saying? So you was really a part of the team for sure. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely, definitely. I tell my viewers that all the time. Like, if I feel an affinity, right? If I
Hmm.
feel something that really gravitates me towards somebody, I don't mind sharing that type of love with them. I don't feel like I gotta be that hardcore all the time to not feel like, dang, I let my little homies down. And I don't like it's not a good feeling. So I don't know what the fuck I'm my bad. One follow on me because I said I was gonna try not to cuss because I have my young bucks on here, y'all. Dang,
Come on, coach. Turn up.
dang. But anyway, but anyway, I've always been comfortable with showing that. So even with him saying that, yeah, y'all see, I'm true to who I am. So good shit stuff. God dang it, that's
That's
two.
two. That's two. Come on now. Come on now.
Dang. And y'all want to know the funny thing? I was really that type of coach too. I would be the coach on the sideline, and I had to get a referee like a little talk before the game, like letting them know, look, I'm just hype. I'm just lit like that. But I don't mean no offense to nothing else. I just happen to be a little fly with the mouth. So I gotta work on that, y'all. I gotta work on that. All right. So back to this football thing, because I didn't know about this. So this is quite interesting. What position did you play?
Younger, I was linebacker, wide receiver. You know, my dad played wide receiver, so I had really good hands. I felt like, and in middle school, they put me at quarterback. I didn't really want to play quarterback, but I was just the best one we had. I played quarterback, linebacker, and receiver.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the receiver and linebacker are two things that kind of stuck.
yeah, linebacker was the funnest though, for sure.
So, oh, aha. So you had no issues with getting physical, huh?
Mm,
You the harder the thump, the harder the
yeah,
thud when you hit somebody that gets you going.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, Greg. Now I got to tell you something personal about Coach, man. Look here, man. I played football, organized football, maybe 1 year, Greg, 1
Only one.
year, 1 year. My
uh,
seventh grade year. Now, mind you, I'm fresh from Baltimore. I'm about a good this seventh grade, right? I'm about a good 4 foot 9, 10, maybe about like 70 something pounds. Quick as all get out. But I'm talking about I'm so light. My uniform was baggy on me, Greg. Do you hear me? My thigh pads was at my knees and my knee pads was at my ankles, Greg. Do you hear me?
And coach, you ain't had no muscle.
I was frail. I was
What
frail out
what
here,
position?
Greg.
What position you played?
Had me a wing back. Yeah,
Wingback.
wing back. Yeah, yeah.
I could vision you as like a cornerback. Cause you real fast, you quick. You know what I'm saying? I could. Yeah,
They
you got a
had
lot of
they had
energy.
me a corner. They had me a corner too. They had me a wing back and cornerback. That's a fact.
Mhm.
That's a fact. But look, Greg. Look, man.
So talk to me.
I know, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself another foul, man. Coach got three, y'all. God dang.
We still in
Look
the
here,
first quarter,
man.
coach.
We still.
We still in the first quarter. You got 3. Come
They're
on
gonna
now.
have to sit me down in a minute. So look, man, y'all remember that old Allen Iverson thing when he was talking about practice? You talking
Mhm.
about practice? Y'all, when I tell y'all I try to get out of every practice I could possibly get out of, I knew that
Just making up
football.
excuses left and
What?
right.
Greg, I remember around that time, this isn't nice to say, but this is just my truth. This is my story. I remember around that time I was in seventh grade, 9/11 happened, right? With the Twin
Mhm.
Towers. I used the excuse that my grandma worked in one of them buildings for
Come
me
on
to
now.
get out of practice. We lived in Baltimore. That shit
Come
had me
on now, coach.
destroyed, man.
Come on now, coach. You went there with
I
it.
went there with it. I came home. My uncle Junie said,
Well, you not
"Don't
at
you got
practice.
practice today?" Said, now mind you, that's my grandmother's son, right? So he knows his mom don't work in that building.
Mhm.
Yeah, that didn't go well for me, man.
Damn.
Yeah,
Your coaches
yeah.
believed you though? Or like, did they end up finding out?
My, I don't think my coaches found out, but when my uncle found out, that was worse than the coaches finding
Yeah, I
out.
ain't
You
gonna
see
lie.
what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah, that's
Yeah, that
bad,
was
bro.
worse. That was worse.
Yeah,
My uncle
I feel
Junior
you.
used to run me up through there. Whoo!
Now, that's funny though.
Now you know what?
You having
Now I gotta
flashbacks, huh?
ask you that. I'm having flashbacks. You see it, you can see it all on me, right?
Yeah,
Now I
yeah.
gotta go back, y'all. Because people know the other segment of the show that I do is the Unkin Few morning show with my brother Dante. Uh, at this point, the age that I'm at, I'm kind of caught in between the two, right? To some of the younger guys, I'm Unc. To some of the older guys and OGs, I'm still nephew. I'm still young enough and vibrant enough to be nephew. So,
Mhm.
who was that uncle for you, or was your dad that? Who was that person for you that what I'm describing my Uncle Junior to be? You was that way, like, oh God, I hope he don't find out. Like, please
Dad,
don't let him be that one.
dad for sure. Dad
That
for
was your
sure.
dad.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember being young. My parents divorced when I was younger,
Okay.
and so it was different days where they would come pick me up. And my mom, my mom, she real cool. So I would wild out in school when she come pick me up. I'd be wild, just cutting up. But with the days my dad had to come pick me up, but I wouldn't be saying nothing. I'd be sitting, doing my work, being the best student. Cause my dad found out anything, bro, it was raps, man. Anytime, even when I like those days, I try to get out of football practice. I could like really be hurt. He like, nah, but you going to practice, all that. So it was my dad for sure. Dad for sure.
Shout out to dad. 2.9. That's three. That's a good three. That's a good three. That's a good three. All right. So moving along, I want to say by the time I met you, you was in sixth grade,
hmm
right? You was in sixth grade. So you say you started playing basketball at what age?
Like not 8, 9, around that
Eight,
age.
9. So how long? So how many years were you with Coach Dave before I met you?
Before you, I like 3, 2 or
Okay,
3. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay. So is that around the same time you just met uh Lil Dave and Rashad as well?
yeah.
Okay, so let's go there for a minute. Your guys, your boys,
hmm
not no disrespect to nobody else. Everybody is our guys on a part of that establishment, whatever. So let's definitely not get that twisted. We ain't gonna let nobody try to paint that narrative. We all here together. We all know then was the Three Amigos. You see what I'm
So,
saying? So
yeah.
when you guys gained that level of brotherhood, right? And I remember what it was like being in sixth, seventh grade, and you meet some guys that you really feel like are your brothers. Like the friend thing, y'all call it that, but I really look at them like my brothers. What was that like meeting them? How did y'all bond? Did y'all bond through basketball? Did y'all go to school together? How did the whole thing start?
Well, before I got to Georgia Excel, I played with the Georgia Bulls, and we was at some game playing, and Coach Dave was watching. And after the game, he came up, talked to my mom. My dad was like, "Yeah, I like the way he plays. He looks real focused." But back then, I was trash, so I don't know what he didn't see skill at all. He wasn't looking to get some bucket to come. He just saw I was focused, and I really loved the game. So he came. I ended up. That's when I first came to Georgia Excel, and at practice, I used to see Dave just killing folks. And him, I just thought he was like this, like real, like hard to talk to dude, because he was just so good. He was just too cool. But him, I like used to stand to the side during practice. I was like kind of like the outlier. And I just heard him and Shad talking. That just seemed real goofy, like me. So I ended up talking to them one day, and I can't remember which practice it was or what we were saying. But after that, man, we just came so close and just joking about everything. When we on the court, we were serious, but everything off the court was fucking. It was just jokes, bro. And it was just cool. Like I don't got no brothers. I got five sisters. I'm the only boy. But to them, they were like my brothers. It was just cool to
Mm,
have them in my life back then, yeah, for sure.
mm. That's deep. I didn't know you had five sisters either.
Yeah,
Dang that. And where do you fit in that? Like all of them older than you?
I got two older, and I got three older and two younger.
Okay. Okay. So you right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, middle.
Is that middle child thing real? Like is that for real? Like the middle child always be like the super like oddball, like they be way
Nah,
different than the other kid. Nah, all right.
nah. If anything, my baby sister is the most different, to be honest. To be honest, but yeah, nah. The middle child, nah, that don't apply to this family.
Okay. Okay. What was the next thing? Okay. Yeah, that's where I was going. So I remember by the time I end up getting there, I want to say how, clearly you guys had already played together before. And when I got there, I know Rashad and Dave used to start, and they used to end up having you come off the bench, kind of sixth man. Now, before I say that, this is how, to me, y'all, Greg got his name. For those who were around in the 80s or ever watched the old Pistons and stuff like that, it was a dude on the team named Vinny Microwave Johnson. He was their sixth man, and Vinny would come off the bench and get about 20 something. I'm talking about come through and light it up fast. You hear me? I'm talking about fast. You hear me? Yeah, that wasn't no glitch in my screen. That was me accentuating how
I feel
fast
you.
he get them buckets. You hear me? So in my mind, I'm just sitting on the backside, and I used to ask Coach Dave too, like, man, why he don't start? Man, why he don't? Man, what's up with this, man? And he'd be like, Cam, they'll never expect it. Mind you, too, y'all. This is during the chubby days. He's like, they're not gonna expect it.
They won't.
Nobody
Little
expects it.
chubby light skin coming on. They like, oh yeah, I got him. I got him. Everybody's trying to guard me. I like, I bet. Hit him with a quick one. Hold up. I'm saying? It was really the tactic. It was really all strategy.
No lie, this is no fabrication, people. When I tell y'all, I'm talking about from the first game I even saw. I'm like, yo, why don't he start? Boop, boop, boop. But I'm seeing it, and I'm the same thing he's saying. I see like one of the other team's best players. He be, yeah, let me get him, because he be expecting
Yeah.
like, oh man, he gonna be slow. He ain't gonna run. What? Let a rebound come up, man. Greg be down there. Throw it. Lay. Then he get fouled. Then when you see him shoot, this, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you the shot is poetry in motion, oh my lord! So you, so there was a method to your madness that,
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I took my disadvantage and used it to my advantage. Basically. You know what I'm saying? They come on, everybody, oh yeah, I got him. I got him. I gotta humble him real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's quick. That was easy to get points like that too. Because they wouldn't take you serious, especially because Dave would already have like 20 by the time I got in. So everybody be guard. They had triple. They used to triple team Dave. I remember that. They used to triple team Dave. I was in the corner. knock it down. And those days, I miss those days, bro.
Man, seeing y'all play used to just bring so much excitement. And I want to do this moment now because I remember even saying back then when y'all was in sixth and seventh grade, I said to the people in the stands, whoever, I said, y'all wait about 4 or 5 years. Henry County basketball or basketball around Georgia is gonna be lit. I'm telling y'all, and I felt like it was solely because of the people that we were interacting with and what we was building with a lot of the other teams too. I can't make it seem like it was just Georgia Excel, right? We end up linking up with some teams in Atlanta. I forgot they name, but we end up building a lot of different good relationships with a lot of other coaches along the way as well. And
Mm-hmm.
the experience was just phenomenal. So speaking of experiences, a lot of kids wish to do what it is that you all have done, whether it's just the traveling, whether it's just the continuity y'all have amongst the friendships, whether it's having both parents that support your dream and don't look at it like, oh, you're just wasting my time having me spend all this money and you going here and going there. What was that like being able to be that young, traveling around and kind of getting to see the world in a sense, if not the world, even just America? How was that?
Man, it was the coolest thing for sure. I would go back to school feeling like a celebrity because everybody back then wanted to be on Georgia Excel. Feel me? And I'm just always grateful for Coach Dave taking a chance on me at that young age because I feel like without him bringing me around everybody that I met, I for sure wouldn't be as deep in the basketball as I am today. So yeah, it was a
Mm.
blessing back then, man, for sure.
What was the practices like with them?
Back then, before he got too hardcore, like when we was younger, we'll mess up. He'd be like, "Drop, give me 2 push-ups, just two." A lot of running. We've always been running, but I remember that's back when it was him and Coach Charles had the same team. But the practices was pretty chill. Yeah, it ain't really started getting wild till like sixth grade, seventh grade.
Okay. Okay. So when it started getting wild, that was around the time I started coming around.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But it was fun though. The
Mm,
practices was fun. Don't get it twisted. It was real fun, especially with you.
appreciate that.
And I will say
Appreciate
this: practices without you did not have as much energy because you was
mm,
always every move was just some type
yeah.
of sound effect keep us going, man. So yeah, it was definitely fun with you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Side note, I jokingly said one of the younger guys before too, because I know, and shout out to him. This definitely is no type of hateful type of thing either. Filet, right? The
Yeah,
lay and ooh tween tween. I will joke
that was
around and
you.
tell people
That was you.
you said it.
When behind
Listen,
cameras, no cameras was needed, but we knew it. That was you, bro, for sure. Cause Cam did him
listen,
with it, tween tween, ah. Excuse me, get past like, all that.
listen. I appreciate you saying it and me not having to say it because people are take it a different way. So much
Yeah,
so to the
nah,
point the team ended up giving me the nickname Coach Hype Man.
yeah.
Man, when
That's
I
exactly
tell
what you
y'all
was.
that
That's
what
exactly what you was, man.
I was a little hype
If
man.
there was games where like our energy wasn't there, we always kind of Coach Cam to get us right. You know what I'm saying? That was never a problem.
I took pride in that, and not for moments for recognition. I did it because I really just genuinely rock with these kids. So for moments like that, to even though their practices are a little lighter, we all need stuff like that. We all, when we were younger, have that person or people that we can flash back and remember. Same way I just did with my Uncle Junie and stuff like that. We all need that little moment to where we can kind of click in to something and realize no matter what we're going through, we know we can interact with someone that'll be on our same frequencies and not for the looks or the likes of other people, but they would do the same thing behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So shout out to the little homies, which is why I know the work ethic that they put in behind the closed door. I'm not surprised that they're doing what they're doing today. I'm not. I'm really, really not, man. I didn't mind playing good cop, bad cop. Coach Dave used to tell me that. Cam, look, man, look, you're a little too friendly with these young bucks, man. Look, you gonna have to tighten up because you making it rough on me. You making them think that I'm just super bad on it. He said, well, look, if that's how we gonna do it, we gonna have to play good cop, bad cop.
That's
When
really
I
what it
come in
was,
there
to be honest.
and I lay the hammer down, you got to come right behind and be like, look, look, coach tripping. And then he said, I don't care if you tell, like, I don't care what you say about me, just get them on the right path. So it was a complete method to the madness between everybody. We got my man young Greg coming off the bench, the microwave. He know, all right, the best player gonna try to guard me, and I'm gonna cook him, have him looking bad, and I'm gonna wear him out. Then by the time our best player get back in the game, he gonna.
It's over with.
It's a whole method to the madness, which brings success. When I have these interviews, people, there's always a little hidden jewel that's somewhere in there. We're gonna try to have plenty of laughs and plenty of life stories and stuff like that, but I always try to throw a little jewel up in there to just make y'all say, but enough of that stuff. Almost got me.
Hey, I'm about to be folk.
Almost, almost,
Almost
got me.
We got to sit you down.
Almost got me. All right. High school. So boom, I knew you guys through the middle school years. So now you guys then got into high school. What has high school been like? 'Cause I know in the beginning people tell you things like, look, make sure you enjoy your high school years because they're gonna fly by. Is that statement true? I know the answer, but there's younger people out here who may end up watching it. So is that statement true? And how has high school been for you?
That statement is very true. I feel like I skipped from freshman year to my senior year. It was a blur after freshman year, really. But freshman year, I mean, not freshman year, high school has been real fun for me. Even though I transferred, the old school I was at, I had a whole bunch of fun. You know what I'm saying? Especially freshman year, because I remember we played Eagles Landing in the region championship, and I had just got moved up to varsity, so that was just like my second game on varsity, and it was really like how it was for Excel. I got checked in. They're like, "Who's this light skinned kid?" Ain't nobody knew me yet. They're like, "Who's this light skinned kid?" So they left me open. Came down, hit him with one. It was like, okay, first shot luck. It's a deep gym. That's the biggest gym I ever played in. Everybody packed out. And I hit that first one. You know what I'm saying? I hold up the trayway, walk back. Everybody, they talking trash on the side. And then I come down like 2 plays later, hit another one. And
Yeah.
then Eagles Land, they call a timeout. And I talked to Coach Mont, that's the coach of Eagles Land, and he was talking to me about this. He was like, I don't know who this high school kid was, but he came in just lighting us up. And then I came in, we was down two. It was like 4 minutes left. And he left me again. And that was my third three. I hit another one. And the gym was jumping. Everybody's like, he's a freshman, doing that chant. Man, we lost the game, but it sucked to lose, but that was like one of the coolest moments of my life. And after that, that's where I got my stain from. Everybody knew I was a shooter, stuff like that. And so yeah, high school has been pretty fun.
That's a certified sniper, ladies and gentlemen. Certified. What made you just said something about the crowd and they was nagging and doing what they do on the sidelines. What type of player are you when that typically happens, or was that just a moment thing where you zoned out and still kept scoring, or have you always been that way to where like no matter what the hecklers do in the crowd, it really don't phase you?
Going into the game, I was super nervous. Like that was the most nervous I've
Mm.
ever felt. And I was just thinking, all I need is that one. Once I see that first shot go in, it's over with. And once I heard them, I had to control myself and not get into the crowd and start talking trash to the crowd because I never been that type of player really. So once they started talking all that trash, cursing at me and stuff, I really just used that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep going and start lighting them up. But yeah,
Good deal. Good deal. What made you that way? Like what made you was that your dad too? Like
yeah, really, yeah. Just to him and my mom just telling me stay humble no matter what, even though I was killing them that night. Just to keep your head on, because you know what I'm saying. Who would know where could have went from there if I would have got into it with the crowd. Coach could have took me out. So yeah, I really just got it from my mom, and my dad.
good deal. Good deal. I see that's an important factor for you. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That everything has its root.
Hmm.
So the fact that you're deeply grounded in your upbringing with your mom and your dad in particular, regardless of their outcome, right? As you mentioned earlier, like that's deep because a lot of kids don't have that, especially kids of our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Hmm.
complete, like it'd be two completely different pages that the parents be on, and then a lot of times the kid gets torn in between like which side to choose. But two parents being able to keep everything on a median ground and making sure that whatever is best for the kid, that's what they follow suit with. Shout out to them for doing that.
Yeah.
All right. So I see you grew your hair out, and I see you
Trying to
get,
get like you.
I see you got the whole sleeve. You see what I'm saying? My young bucks, boy, they getting inked up, dreaded up. When did this happen? Because look, y'all, but through I think ninth, uh, it was somewhere between either like eighth and ninth or whatever. I didn't see a lot of them face to face. Like I would keep up with them, but I weren't able to see all of them face to face. So this little transition that I'm even witnessing here on camera, this is my first time seeing it. I'm seeing it
hmm
when I'm seeing it. So when it
I
when
feel
it
you.
happened, how you start with the dreads and the what's up, man?
So you know how my hair used to be. I used to have it out, and I ain't really take care of it. And it just started getting real napped up. And my sister Summer, she do hair. So over quarantine, when quarantine first hit, everybody was just
Uh,
in the house, wasn't doing nothing. She was like, "Let me dread your hair up. You ain't doing nothing with it." I'm like, "Okay, I ain't gonna be going out for a couple months anyway." So I let her do it, and I just rock with them after that. Just let them grow out. You know,
how the young ladies feeling about the dreads?
oh, they love them.
Yeah.
They love them for sure.
So
I ain't gonna get too deep in it, but they love them.
You know, we gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
What grade are you in this year?
I'm a senior.
Sheesh.
hmm
So did you go to prom last year?
Nah,
Okay, but you going this year?
yeah.
Oh yeah, did they? Nah, ain't nobody go to
I
prom
don't even
last year,
think
right?
that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it
Yeah,
was canceled
yeah,
last year.
duh. Travel. God damn, come on, coach, tighten up. All right, so how do you feel about that? Because before you go, nah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go first. How do you feel about prom?
I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna show up, show out. You know how I do. I still don't know if I want to go to the school that I'm at prom or my old school prom. You know, all my friends over there, so I'm
Got you.
still in between that and in between what girl I want to take. But I'm really excited about it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing my sisters dress up and seeing all the stuff they did, the rental cars they had, all that. I'm excited for it.
Man, I'm so
How was
glad I
your?
let
Tell me
you
about
get
your
that
prom.
out.
How you went to prom? How was your
I'm,
prom, bro?
I'm so glad I let you get that out first because I don't like being a spoiler.
What's up?
And it ain't gonna be a spoiler for you. This is just coach's story, man. Bear with me,
hmm
y'all. Here's another one. Hold up, where my little banner at? I be ready for stuff like this, y'all. I be ready. Bam! Story time. All right, so look, I end up going to three proms.
Three?
Three. I
Damn.
went to a prom my 11th grade year. I went to a prom my 12th grade year, and I went to a prom, I think the year after I got out of school. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think it's something like that. So, all three of my proms was basura. You hear me? I'm talking about trash, triggity trash, trash, trash.
For
I'm not
real?
just saying that because of the date. I'm saying that because of the whole vibe, aura, je ne sais quoi, whatever the hell you want to call it. Oh my God. The first one, me and my best friend, shout out to my boy Tezio. Me and my boy Tezio, no different than like a you and Lil Dave, mac and cheese or whatever like that. Y'all, that's the plan, right?
hmm
Me and my boy Tezio, we're in 11th grade. We're going with 12th graders. We feeling like, oh yeah, we doing it. We got two cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying? Boo, boo, boo. We got the upperclassmen. Yeah, we doing it, man. We're there.
We
Let's do
killing
this.
it. hmm
Like 2 to 3 days before prom, our dates fall out with each other. Now, mind you, we all supposed to ride together,
Oh.
everything. Our dates fall out with each other on some like I can't
Dang.
stand that, when like all that type stuff, and we just wonder like, where's this coming from? So it's like we trying to act like we really care about what they got going on, but really we care about like I ain't gonna get to ride with my boy, man. Look, you and her
Yeah.
need to make this thing right for me and my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts,
Yo,
facts, facts.
so none of that stuff works out. Our pep talks did not work when we called the timeout for 30 seconds or the full. The
hmm
whole
Didn't
playbook
work.
just got scrapped. Whole playbook got scrapped. He ends up going to the prom. I think the people that they decided to go with still end up having like a limo or something like that. So they was good. The people I went with at the time had a little teeny Chevy, a two-door Chevy. What was it in? And I had to squeeze in the back seat. And
And the whole night you're going downhill, coach.
it's going downhill before it even has a chance to get rolling. Then I get to the prom. While we're at the prom, we got our little, senior stuff figured out. We're gonna throw a
Hmm.
kickback party, after the prom and such, and you bring this and you bring that, and we got everything figured out. We leave the prom dance floor. My date gets her phone out of her purse. She looks at her phone. She sees she has like 6 missed calls. Who are the missed calls from? Her mom.
I'm
Her mom leaves a message on her phone and says, "Hey, I heard about that little bleep y'all supposed to be doing after the prom. If you don't hurry up and get your ass home by such and such, all your stuff gonna be outside."
She was like that,
She was
like
like
that
that.
on prom
She was,
night. Now that's wild. Now that's
and the
wild,
girl
bro.
was older than me.
She ain't, dang, her parent
Ma-
not playing at all, bro.
Yo, moms went in. So now, as she hears the message, like like she trying to hold it in, but I see the little, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, that thing
Oh
starting
yeah,
to
yeah. Now
quiver
that
up.
hurt. She's hurt.
But that, oh,
She's
so
hurt.
now we ride in the car. She don't want to be snuggled, cuddled. She just thinking about her stuff being outside. Nothing
Dang,
happens.
coach.
It is one of
Dang, coach. Nah, that's bad. I ain't gonna lie. That's bad. That's just a whole bunch of bad luck in one night.
the.
That's too much bad luck in one night.
I thought it was my night. I thought it was jackpot. I thought
I would have been feeling like it was jackpot. So you know how hurt I would have been. No, I would have been heated. That's why
so
I've
I'm gonna
been. I
say
already
my
let my mom know. My mom already knowing. After prom night, I'm out. I'm out. She ain't even gonna trip. Nah, that's bad though.
man. Yeah, shout out to you people, man. I'm gonna save my other 2 prom stories for when some of my other young goons come
Okay.
up here,
Wait,
man.
but
But
what you
that's
do
just
after
one.
that? What you do after the shawty got
What
dropped off?
what
You went back.
what what what
My bad, coach.
what
My
what
bad,
what
coach.
what what happened was we're in the car. We're coming from where was it at the Biltmore? I think it was at the Biltmore Hotel or something like that, downtown Atlanta,
Hmm.
something like that. So we coming from there. She's in the on the highway doing like when you be watching like a little you be watching like a little love movie or something, and like the people be looking out the window
I look
and
out
they
the
be
window
like,
like in the music videos too. I know you talking about.
so she's sitting over there. She's sitting over there with her little arms crossed. And she looking out the window, or whatever, like that. So I go over there trying to like console, like, "Hey man, you good?" And then, "Nah, man, my mom is tripping." And but mind y'all, we're riding with other people, right?
Hmm.
And the other people, like they're a couple, right? So it's her and her date. So her and her date, they like, "Look, you kind of throwing us off. Like everybody else knew what the plan was. Just because your mom up here trying to throw a tantrum, like they ain't got nothing to do with us. Like we hungry, we such and such. So look, we about to stop by Steak and Shake and grab
Yeah,
something to eat."
you can't let one person bring down the whole night, bro. You can't. The show got to go on. It
Yeah,
sucks, but
great.
it is what it is, bro.
She said we about to go to Steak and Shake and grab something to eat. Old girl catch a whole nother attitude. Like, I gotta be home, man. I'm telling y'all don't know my mom. My mom is really gonna throw my stuff out. So I'm over there like, yo, it's prom night. Like your mom is not gonna throw your stuff outside. Like she just trying to
Yeah,
get you home. Just chill, man. It's not
yeah,
that.
God.
No, no. So now she's mad at me. Now she's mad at me.
See, y'all different. I would have left her. I was like, all right, find your own way. She tripping, bro. You can't get mad at us because your mom tripping, bro. That ain't on us.
I had no control because, mind you, even the other chick that we ran with was a part of the cheerleading team too.
Hmm.
Because of the fallout between my date and my best friend's date, they were like the main two. So they kind of divided a whole lot of other stuff within the prom too. So where my homie was, that's where all the fun was at. And I got stuck in a 2-door car with a white tuxedo in the back of the car with a senior who was scared her stuff was going to get thrown out. And that's how my night ended. This is not my interview. This is about Greg, y'all. He's
But
Jesus.
was that like the worst story out of three of them, or it get worse than that? I'm gonna have to tune back in when you tell your other story there, cause I gotta hear that. I gotta hear them.
It
That's
gets
crazy.
worse. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I think what yeah, it was bad, worse, bad. Yeah, the worst is in the middle. See? That middle. See, it'd be that middle. It'd be the
That
middle right
middle,
there.
it be the middle. Okay.
It'd be the middle, man. Oh man. This has been fun, man. This has been
Yeah.
fun. Look at that. 40 minutes done rolled by already. We ain't even know it. We just got
I
caught
ain't
up
even
in
peep the timer. 40 minutes? Nah, 40 is crazy. Feel like we've
come
been on
on,
here for like
man.
15 minutes.
Come on, man. Now last thing. Last two more things. Two more things.
Uh-huh.
One, what is your tattoo? What does it say? What does it mean? How many tattoos do you have? I just see the big one on your arm. So yeah, let's go ahead and give that some, some
Well, this
play.
the
You
first
feel
one.
what
I
I'm?
don't know. Can you flip the camera on here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
It
should
say
be
it say family.
okay. I can see that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, my stepsister, she does tats. And this is my only one. So I went to her. I was just thinking, I was like, what do I want? Cause I ain't want to just put something on my body that don't mean nothing. I wasn't gonna put no prayer hands, you know what I'm saying, with every nigga got. So I was
Yeah,
like, what do I want? And really, family is just really my biggest motivation. It's really why I do. This is why I play basketball. This is who I do it for. So I got family tatted on me with the three roses behind it, cause three my favorite number. And yeah, I've been wanting to get more. It's just time, cause the season about to start up, so I don't really got time to have practice, and they be expensive, bro. So really just trying to save up to get more.
good
Yeah.
deal. Good deal. Dang, I said one, and now I kind of have two more. All right, next one being we on our way out though. We just building right now, people. We just building. My boy said his favorite number is three. Three is the number of understanding. With it being able to have the third eye, having been open to see the clear vision of which knowledge and wisdom comes together, and clears a draw picture which brings understanding. If you didn't follow me, just go back and rewind, and it's more defined at the time. You see what I'm saying? I ain't talking too fast. Y'all just listening too slow. Yeah, me. So
I like that.
now that college players are able to start getting the loot, give me the loot, give me my bad, give me the loot, give me the loot. How do you
Hmm.
feel about that? I know growing up playing live, I mean not live, what was the college game? College hoops
NCAA.
and NCAA, and they got just number 99 and they ain't got no name on the back, but that player sure do look like Mr. Kerney. That player sure do got family on his arm, and he sure do got dreads and stuff. And he sure is rocking my boy number with it. But you mean, hold up? So you mean to tell me EA is getting all the bread
No,
with
that was crazy. That was
and my
crazy. I
man
don't know
up here
why
in
it
the
took so
dorm?
long for them to make the rule. You know what I'm saying? And it really sucks for all the pay people that's graduated because they didn't get robbed.
Technical foul on. I'm not saying it. Mr. Kearney does not stand for my technical foul that I just gave. So I'm not going to say anything else out of line that will incriminate my homie. You see what I'm saying? But the technical foul I just gave that division. Y'all know what that technical foul is for, man. Tech on y'all. Go ahead, bro.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like Zion, all them, you know how much bread they would have been making in college if this rule was out. So I'll be real mad. I'll be like, yo, bro, I could have had millions before I got to the league type stuff. But I'm excited to be able to know that you can make money now without being penalized for it. How you feel about it?
I love it. I don't think that it may have been as dramatic as some of the college players may have made it seem like they really ain't eating and stuff like that. Now, I do
Hmm.
believe too, just as young growing men, you're working out twice a day. Anybody who works out knows after a workout, you're hungry. I don't
Yeah,
care if you
you
ate right
definitely
before the workout. After your workout, you're hungry. So if you're
for sure.
talking about guys who are involved in two a days, and that's not even putting into the ones who get to stay after practice later, come to practice earlier. They stand up late at night for the whatever. Like they have to do something in order to keep that energy going through their body. Which 9 times out of 10 is freaking food. They going to
Hmm.
parties. They're doing things that's burning a lot of energy, so they need to be able to put it back in there. So I don't believe it was as strugglesome as they tried to make it seem, but I do think that they could have been looked out for way better during their time of being in college. Because at the end of the day, those people that sitting in the stands, they don't care nothing about the dean. They don't care nothing about your professor that taught you economics today. They don't care nothing about your professor who told you quantum physics. They care about Kearney. Number three is like that. And I know when I come here, that's who I want to see. I can't wait for them to put him in the game. I
Exactly.
barely care about the coach.
Exactly.
I barely. I'm like, just respect. These thoughts that I'm saying have nothing to do with Mr. Kerney. These are strictly and only King Premium thoughts. You hear me?
Yeah, now I feel
A
you.
lot of people barely care about the coach. They want to come see who it is that makes them go ooh and ah, which is the players. So therefore, they should be compensated for it. Those people wanted to come to this player after this game and say, "Hey, look, my son, I never saw me as being a person with kids. If this young father, older father, whatever, was like, look, my son had a look in his eyes when he saw you out there on that floor that I've never seen, and he shakes your hand and hands you $200 and says thank you. You telling me that this young man is going to get penalized for that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
You, listen, I done told a lot of my pipsqueaks who are now grown that like that's why I don't really care to do that collegiate level coaching or none of that. They'd be done kick me out. I love my players too much. I be done bought them food. I be done bought them shoes. I be done let them live with me. Y'all just gonna have to do whatever y'all got to do. It's they're kids. They're young,
Yeah.
growing men at the end of the day. And the fact that y'all want to penalize them because they want to sign an autograph or because they give somebody their jersey and somebody gives them $1,000 or they give somebody their shoes and somebody compensates them. That is ridiculous. And y'all are making billions and billions. Y'all got promoters and boosters and all type of crazy stuff. These are not the thoughts of Mr. Kerney. These are only the thoughts of King Premium. He is I and I is he. You hear me? I ain't talking too fast. You're just listening too slow. These are just my thoughts. He asked me, so I told y'all.
I feel
Yeah.
you though. I feel you on a lot of that. You know how much money a name can bring to an organization, bro. And they eating off your plate. But so, I just think it's cool. Being an athlete too, school and then working out all day is hard. It get real hard, but I feel like they should be rewarded for working out and like for their hard work basically. So I mess with it. I mess with it.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, go ahead and sign. Is there any last things you wanna say? Any last comments? Anybody you want to shout out? Your schools, your anything, man. I know I done had a great time.
Nah, man, I had a wonderful time, bro. This time went by too fast, to be honest. I didn't think it would go by that fast. But,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Well, you're more than welcome to jump on whenever. I'm gonna have the rest of the gang on here. So, feel free to jump in the comments. Feel free to jump on here. I'll plug you in on the stream. Don't be a stranger, man. Coach Cam ain't
Yeah,
changed,
just
man.
let me know. Let me know when you're gonna have the rest of them on. I'll come through for sure.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely, man. Well, I appreciate you, Greg, for everybody. Again, this is Mr. Greg Kerney. This was once one of my pipsqueaks. I use that term very lovingly. It is not a disrespectful thing I'm trying to use to them. I ain't trying to sun none of them as people look at it. You see what I'm saying? But them the little homies. I've seen them put in that time, that dedication, grow that brotherhood, and respect their family, their sisters, their siblings, everything in the process. So this is just my moment. I don't want to be the one that waits until undisputed. Shout out to them, Uncle Shay Shay, and whatever they got going on over there. Shout out to ESPN and shout out to whatever like that. But right now, what we got is before all of that. And as he say, the stuff that King Premium that y'all know me as, but they know me as Coach Cam. I was doing this way before this camera. I just happened to get to a point to where I said, you know what? I really am like this in real life, so why not just cut on the camera and be myself in front of the camera? And here we are. Now I'm getting to build with my young gods all over again. Again, today is October the 6th, 2021, which makes today's mathematics equality, being equally yoked mentally and physically in everything. You hear me? It's King Premium. He is I and I is he. I ain't talking too fast. You're just listening too slow. I'm out. Greg, go ahead and give your last remarks, whatever you want to say.
appreciate you for having me on, Coach. It's been cool catching up.
No
Uh,
problem.
for those listening, come through to Heritage High School. Come check your boy out. Going crazy senior year. And yeah, appreciate you, Coach.
Send me a schedule.
Oh yeah, I got you. As
Send
soon
me
as
a
it drop, I got
schedule.
you.
All my guys, yeah, all my guys, if y'all tuning in now, if y'all tuning in afterwards, make sure y'all send me y'all schedule so I can pull up. Y'all already know how I'm giving it up when I pull up. So let the people know. You hear what I'm saying? Let the referees know. The Heat,
I got you. I
chill.
got you
That's
for
just
sure.
them. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, y'all be blessed, man. Peace to the gods and the earth, man. It's good to see you, Greg. Good to see you,
Good to see you too,
Microwave,
Coach.
man. You stay up. Stay safe.
All right, Coach.
All right.